All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday. Welcome to Finish the Story. I am your host, Keegan Ray. This is the #1 storyteller show in Marietta, Georgia. I am joined here by my co-host, producer, best friend, Mr. Trent Ludzak.
Hello.
Behind the boards, making everything run, making everything work.
Not very well at the moment.
Quickly typing in the lower thirds.
And then you put the space bar in the caption. No.
It's all right, man.
Really butchering it.
By now, they got it. It's Finished the Story, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're really excited. We got some big things coming. First things first, man. We shot a promo for the live show. So we got the live show coming up January 25th. We are going to post a link down in the description to the alley stage so you can go ahead and get tickets for it. But yeah, we shot a promo with my buddy Max, man. How cool was that?
It was, I was blown away that you know somebody that's that professional.
Yeah. It was funny because it's like, I know Max from high school, and then it's like, as soon as you see somebody show up and they're doing their thing that they are professional at,
I'm like 80% sure his tripod is worth more than my whole computer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, including monitors.
Yeah, I was like, that shit costs more than like every car I've ever driven combined, like put together.
You're like I've never been allowed to test drive a car that costs as much as this thing.
Yeah, I felt really special getting mic'd up. I was like, look at us getting mic'd up to tell stupid jokes.
Yeah. Dude, and just riffing, really.
Yeah, just having a good time. So yeah, we shot a promo that should be coming out. We got the cartoon intros coming up. Everybody's like, when it will be out, man.
It is. Animating is a task. If you want it faster, then you do it.
Yeah. Apparently,
if you can make it and you're willing, just make it. If you want it.
Yeah. Just take your own artistic liberties with our.
You said autistic wrong.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Oh yeah.
Bam, one for the team.
Wait, are we scoring ourselves against the autistic community? Bro, are we fighting the spectrum right now?
What are we fighting? We're in-house fighting. Let's be very honest. We are both hyper focused when we play Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
that's a warning sign, right?
We get intense about it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't think reading a bunch is a bad thing. I think that
probably not.
No, I don't think so. I think
it's also all fiction.
Really?
Yeah,
all of it.
I get bored with nonfiction for the most part.
Yeah.
So I just I read what I like to read.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an important thing. I like listening to books, but sometimes I don't want to listen to books. I think it's two totally different experiences.
Yeah.
Like listening to an audiobook, like with Running the Light, I didn't like the audiobook because every time I got used to like a narrator, they would switch it. Like every chapter, it was a different comedian, and I'd be like, well, God damn it.
I feel like I need to listen to that on the audiobook because...
It was good, though.
It gets so sad.
Oh, my God. It's sad.
And I feel like I would need something to lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah. That was one where I was driving home, and I was already in a bad mood one night. And I was like, what am I doing?
Wrong time.
Yeah, I'm just like listening to fucking Radiohead, driving around crying. Just what am I doing here? I thought that when I went to the Radiohead concert. I was like, these guys are good. I was like, but he is whiny as shit.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I didn't.
I've never been sad at a concert.
Yeah, that's where you don't even dance. You just sad sway. I was like, this is bizarre, dude. Yeah, that was
just standing in a circle of straight edge kids.
That was when we ate mushrooms, and my homie somehow he got a chair in the Bonnaroo, and so this is how I knew he was.
Wait, like what kind of chair?
Like a little fold-out chair, right?
Like a metal fold-out chair.
Yeah, like one of the old school, like just tacky, like. I guess he had it on his backpack, and they let you bring in like a small chair. But I look over, and he's standing on it, right? And he's crouched. And I'm just watching him. And
he's crouched and standing.
So he's on the chair, like crouched, and then he would stand up, and then he would crouch back down, and then he'd stand up like above the crowd. So I'm watching him finally. I go, dude, what are you doing? And he goes, I can like hear the music. And he was going like this. And then he's there. I was like, whoa, dude. I was like, well, Adam.
I can hear the
Yeah, I was
music.
like, I can hear the music down here. Like, what are you talking about? But I guess what he was saying is like he could hear it, like the wave of it. Like,
yeah.
he was getting
He
so
could like
much
feel
more
the wave
of a
of it
sensory
above.
blast. But it was so funny. He was like a little kid. Just, I was like, well, Adam is gone.
Adam's having a different kind of night.
Yeah.
Man. I still have never been to any kind of I went to one music festival and it was not that, I didn't have that kind of experience.
Yeah. What was the music festival?
It was some like metal hard rock festival in Minnesota. Yeah.
I am fucking out.
Yeah.
Maybe hit the like food trucks. Get some cheese curds and then roll.
That was
I'm out of there.
I mean, so the headliner of the whole thing was Tool.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
And we were so far away that we just beat the traffic.
Oh yeah.
We just rolled. We're like next to the booths, like the merch booths, and we're just like, we can't get any closer. Booths.
Booths?
When it's the plural.
Booths.
You uncultured fuck.
Booths.
Booths. Booths.
Booth.
Booths. Why is that so funny?
I don't know. I never noticed that you have like an accent when you say that word. Booze. That's awesome. Yeah. Dude, I've seen Tool, but when I saw Tool, it was
you had a different
fucking
time.
Intense.
Yeah.
So first off,
I mean, I could tell it was intense for the people over there.
Yeah, you're like, that looks way intense down there.
Yeah.
No, we were at this show, right? So we show up, everybody's just tripped out. There's a lot of people because it's Bonnaroo, the main stage. So I remember, like, you're in the crowd and everyone around you is too fucked up. Like, just too rowdy, too fucked up. The energy was, like, insane. So it's like before the show, everybody is just so fucked up around you. Then the music starts and they have creepy fucking visuals going on the screens.
That's
you know, like the Tool
That's
shit.
all we could really see.
Then they had the projection mapping of like Alex Gray's painting onto them, so they had all the like fractals and shit. Then they had lasers, so they start shooting lasers out into the crowd. People lost their minds, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you could audibly hear people just
people
losing it,
just panicking.
Yeah, dude. So we're sitting there and I'm like, it's like a horse. You're like trying to like ride this horse of a concert and you're just like, oh my God, dude, I'm losing the reins are getting away from me. And then all of a sudden this guy next to us just like overdoses and his girlfriend's like, oh my God. And
so
that just goes down. So my initial reaction is, let's go. Let's get the fuck away from this. And they're like, we can't leave him. I'm like, I'm not a doctor. Whole time Tool's just like, I'm just like diving into hell, like swan diving into a demonic dimension. So this dude is out and this girl's picking him up and he's just ragdoll. So I'm just sitting there and like two of the girls we're with start just bawling. They're crying. And I'm like, let's get the fuck away from them. They're like, we can't leave this girl. And I'm like, somebody get security. So then they go to get security. And this is when I knew you are on your fucking own. Because security just came and scooped that dude up like a bag of trash. Like they just came or just like, just marched off. I was like, holy shit,
that's
dude.
Not good.
I mean, they have to get you to the medical tip, but they just scooped him up. And I was like, you're on your own, dude.
But you're also number 85. So
right.
they're a little tired of their job right now.
Yeah. That's when I really saw, I was like, woof. It was intense, man. Then I tried to walk closer, and I got that Adam treatment because as soon as I walked closer, I was like, I can hear the music, dude. I mean, like the closer you got, the more intense.
Yeah.
Like you could feel the bass.
Oh, I bet.
And then Maynard is weird, dude. The lead singer, he doesn't stand in the front of the stage. He stands in the back with the drums and like in the shadows. He like doesn't do the front of the stage.
I was so far away that I couldn't tell that at all.
Yeah. I was like, that's bizarre.
I basically saw the screen doing creepy shit.
Mm-hmm. Very creepy shit.
I saw a bunch of smoke right underneath of that. And then lasers, and then just distant Tool music.
That's kind of nice, though. That was nicer in my experience.
Yeah, I mean it was
Just
not
down there.
It was, but it was boring because like you're listening to people haggle over T-shirts next to you.
Yeah, that does take
like
you
you
right
can,
out
you
of
hear that more clearly than the music.
Go
really.
there.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I don't even know if I saw any bands that I was really like, oh, that's sick. I just got super cheap tickets.
Oh, okay. But it is fun to just go see. I mean, I've been to I saw Papa Roach one time. I've been to those shows. Papa Roach was actually pretty cool.
I didn't see Papa Roach. I saw.
It feels like that's who would be at that concert.
They would have. Yeah, I think that they were too far gone by the time.
They were when I saw them. They weren't in their prime.
Yeah, it
dude.
didn't make the bill.
Mm-mm.
No, most of my concerts were in like high school
Yeah, we got to. Yeah,
when I was going to metal shows, dude.
I see. That does not look appealing to me.
I loved it.
To get hit in the face. Like I want.
You
no
don't get
part
hit
of-
in the face.
I'm talking about
for
the
the
ones
most
where they
part.
just go around and just throw their hammer fist.
I was
and
going
shit.
to like Christian metalcore shows.
Oh, so they're like passing out
So-
Bibles.
Not if you asked, they would, but not like exactly
In the pit.
Yeah.
Just knock somebody down, hand them
No,
one of those little
it was
$100.
like you do the pit thing. Like everybody would be knocking around each other
Mm-hmm.
around, and there'd be like a pit. But it's like if somebody goes down, they get picked up. Like
Right.
it all kind of goes towards picking up.
You're just in the
somebody.
pit. They're like,
So
save
nobody-
room for Jesus.
It's basically the safest pit you could be in. But here's the thing, man. People collide, and you're still going to get fucked up every once in
I
a
know
while.
this
Like, you're
isn't-
going to get elbowed in the face just on an oopsie every once in a while.
I know
It's
this
reckless.
isn't what was happening, but in my head, this is what's happening. Just like you have one of those hardcore pits, and somebody's just up there like, and you are holy, holy, holy.
No.
And people are just.
No, that would be hilarious. I would love to see that, actually.
We should do that. We should make a video of that. Like take that worship
We
song
could.
and then do one of the metal pits.
I'm sure we could.
You'd have to sync it up so that people are moving at the right time.
I don't think it would be very hard.
That would be awesome though. That's what I was seeing in my head.
I like it. I
The
like
drummer
it.
behind the plastic.
What about like the what are the cyberpunks dancing like that video under the bridge?
Yeah, that Hot Topic trash heap.
Oh man, if you get all your clothes from one corporation, I don't think.
That is the craziest thing. Right? People are out there protesting capitalism with their iPhones. You're right, bro, you're missing the point.
Man, I watched that video. I don't think it was shot on an iPhone. I think that was shot on a Motorola. That is a Motorola video.
That dude is out there with a fucking Windows laptop.
Bro, he's got the last Nokia.
He's using a razor. How do you even charge that? I'm surprised that's not like the punk thing to do now.
Get a razor, a
Just
flip
have
phone.
like a pager. Yeah.
A pager. But like, if you give somebody now a pager number, and you're like, "Page me,"
I mean,
they're like, "What do I do with this?
let's be very.
How do we do this?"
Very honest. Pagers were stupid.
I
That was a dumb fucking thing.
I never was involved with pagers, so I don't even really know how they work that
The
well.
only reason that I know what a pagers are is because of The Wire. Because
Oh,
I have
yeah.
watched the entire season of The Wire.
But if you handed me a pager and were like, "Start using this," I would have no idea how to set it up.
Yeah.
I would have no idea how to tell somebody to send me a message on it. I don't.
Man.
No clue.
Yeah. I watched The Wire during COVID.
Why, dude? It's so good.
It's so good. It's like
So
a time
good.
capsule. That is a time
Yeah,
capsule.
it
That's
really
going
is.
back. It's great. I watched it during COVID. I was like, man, what a fun COVID show.
A fun COVID show.
Yeah, because when you're stuck inside, you have a lot of source
Yeah,
material.
you need
when
you need something.
it's not like
The Sopranos is another good
oh,
one.
Sopranos is great. There's some questionable Soprano episodes though. You know, there's
Like what?
the season 3 premiere. It has that weird like they do like the montage with the music, and it's like it is the most bizarre. When I went back to watch it, I was like, I do not remember this.
I don't
at
even
all.
remember it, so you
We'll
might
watch
be right.
it. We'll do a watch through for Patreon because it was so jarring to me. I was like, what is this?
Actually, how
episode?
about that? Will it hit without music?
No. That was the whole weird thing of it. It felt like none of the other Sopranos.
I think we take a gamble and we just don't play the music on there?
I don't know.
You said season 3,
Mm-hmm.
episode 1.
I don't know. Or season 2. I can't remember. It's one of the season premieres. It's like just so bizarre.
Okay, this is muted, so
Yeah. So I mean, I remember when the Sopranos.
Not this one?
No, I have to go back. It's one of the season. It's like season 2 premieres. It's like one of the. I don't know, dude. But they do like music over it. It's just. It's where the one where they put the bug in Tony's house. So it's the one where they show them going in, and it's like doom 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 boom.
Oh yeah, I remember the
Yeah, and
episode.
they're like they're in his
Okay.
house planting the bug. You're like, I can't remember. We don't want to waste time just going through
No,
Sopranos.
you're right.
But it's
You're
like
right.
it is the most bizarre episode. I was sitting there like, I don't remember this one. I don't remember the one where he took LSD. That's a cool one
Yeah,
too.
I don't
That's a
know.
fun
I
one.
think it's there's always been bizarre shit in The Sopranos,
Yeah, he was a great anti-hero,
bro. A dog is murdered
bro.
by being sat on by a heroin addict. Like that's. The Sopranos is a weird show, bro. There's an episode where 2 mob enforcers get lost in the woods fighting
one
an
of the best.
ex-KGB agent.
Dude, when they're like,
The Sopranos is a weird show, buddy. It's
they're like, he's an interior decorator.
yeah,
He's like, I don't know, his apartment looked like shit.
yeah.
It's so funny. So yeah, man, we might get some snow coming up. What do you think?
When is it supposed to come happen?
I don't know. They're saying on Tuesday. You weren't here for the Atlanta snow, were you?
No,
It was
but
pretty-
I'm pretty good about snow. My problem is going to be if traffic gets all gummed up.
That is the problem. I had a buddy, man. Shout out to Hunter. Last time it did the Snowmageddon, he got stuck at a
Oh,
Waffle House.
It's going to be 30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
I might not climb roofs.
No, that's what I was telling you. But no, he got stuck at a Waffle House. I just like literally couldn't go anywhere.
I mean, if there's a place to get stuck, I mean, they've got everything you're gonna need for the next 16 hours.
It's nowhere comfortable to sit. Dude, it happened twice. So the first time it happened, I'm sitting at my house. I had this little house in Kennesaw, and I had a big fireplace, right? We had all this firewood. So we're sitting there. It's like 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Me and the girl that's living with me, we got a big fire going. We got some Crown Royal. It's snowing. I'm like, oh, man, it snowed in. This is going to be awesome. What a romantic little getaway. Dude, all of a sudden you hear, doo, 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 doo. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to the front door. I open the front door. It's my buddy Antoine. He's in a T-shirt, pajama pants, and fucking slippers, and he's got a to-go plate of food. And I'm like, what are you doing?
he
And he's
didn't make it back.
Dude, wrecked his car, didn't have a jacket, didn't have anything, stayed too late at his girlfriend's house. So then he's like driving, and as he's driving, he's like, I got to make it home. He slides off the road and like slams and then can't get the car off the road. So then he's just sitting in his car and he's like
In the road,
like
He
off
just-
the side, just
yeah.
snowing. He's like,
you just left the hazards on and
yeah,
walked.
he just, because he said he was just sitting there and he's like, damn. Holy shit. It
Yeah.
like starts the severity starts creeping in on you. And he's like, I don't even know where I'm at. And then he's like, I'm on Bell's Ferry. He's like, I think Keegan lives a couple miles down the road. So he just started running in a T-shirt and
Oh,
fucking house
shit.
shoes. Dude. When he knocked on the door, his fucking slippers were soaking wet. He was, I was like, oh my God, dude, come in. He's like, damn. What, y'all making love in here?
You're like
immediately-
fucking
I was
trying,
like, bro,
dick.
yeah, you kind of ruining the whole thing, man. And his phone was dead. He had no, I know. I was
Had
like,
to
bro,
charge it up
thank
and-
God he knew I lived down the street. I was like,
Oh,
you would
yeah.
have been fucked.
Yeah.
That was the best time though, because there was a bar right down the street from us called Ralph's, and like on day 2 or 3, the bartender went down there and opened it up, and then everybody just hiked to it. And then that night he took everybody home because everybody lived right around there. He took everybody home in his 4-wheel drive truck.
That's
Like
awesome.
one by one. He was like, all right, y'all just chill here. I'm going to take everybody home. Because he was like, I cannot let y'all just go out into the snow drunk
Yeah.
as shit.
Big problem.
yeah. Like one of your regulars froze to death.
I would love to see I would love to see what it because like one time I've delivered pizza in snowstorms. Like,
Really?
I've worked in like blizzards.
No, it shuts down here.
Bro, there's
It shuts down.
one of the most fun nights I ever had delivering pizza was when there was a snowstorm bad enough that like almost nobody else was driving
Oh, I bet you made bank,
except
dude.
delivery drivers.
Oh my god, I bet you made bank.
But like, here's the thing: like, there was probably a foot ish of snow.
What? This was in Minnesota?
Yeah, like that had come down since during my shift, so the roads were like covered. But here's the fun thing about
what are you driving?
dude, I'm driving a manual transmission, front wheel drive Ford Focus.
Nice, dude.
And buddy, when there's no other cars on the road, everything's slick as shit, and you just kind of get used to just your sliding everywhere.
You're Tokyo Drift.
You're just Tokyo Drift, dude. I just Tokyo drifted for like 5 hours and made $150. It was great,
That's awesome.
crushing it.
What a good time.
Yeah, it was. It was probably the most fun night of
Snow
delivery I ever
parties
had.
are awesome. Hurricane parties are awesome. Anytime that you like have nowhere to go and you're just
It's
like,
just
and
like-
it's not a global
I
pandemic.
guess we're drinking.
Yeah. And you're not scared you're gonna die if other
Yeah.
people breathe on you. Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. Yeah, we got snowed in another time. The second time it happened, I was living at the same house, and my buddy calls me and he's like, "Hey, this is where I'm at. We just like had to pull over. We can't drive." And I'm like, "All right, I'll be there in like 30 minutes." Dude, I come busting out of the woods in like coveralls. I have fucking 2 coolers and 2 joints in my ear. I was like, dude, I got y'all. They were like, thank God. So we went to the house, partied. So then the next day, he's like, bro, I have to get to my dogs. I was like, well, how far is your house? He's like, 10 miles. So we just fucking started hiking. Like, we'll get as close as we can. And then we ended up hitchhiking with some dude.
What?
So this guy pulls over and we're smoking a joint. So we finish his joint. He pulls over and he's like, "You boys need a ride?" And we're like, "Oh no." And he's like, "No, man, y'all, get in." So we get in, and the first question my buddy asks is like, "What are you, like a fucking weirdo?" And the guy goes,
Yes.
"No, man, I'm actually out here. I'm doing, my Christian duty. I feel like as a Christian man, I got to be out here with
Yeah.
my 4-wheel drive truck and help these people out in need." And we're like, "All right, cool. Good enough for me, dude."
But that is what a weirdo would say.
That's exactly what I was thinking in the back seat. Like,
Yeah.
that's what Ted Bundy would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Ted Bundy would say, dude.
The problem is that's also what a good person would say too.
Yeah,
so you're like, this really can still go either way,
Yeah.
and that didn't narrow it down at all.
You're like, well, that's weird. Why are the locks on the outside of the car?
Why are your child locks on back here?
And why is my door handle shaved off? What
Is
are
that
these?
welded?
Yeah. What are these restraints? So then he like took us to my buddy's house, and so we get there, and everybody's partying, and then I was kind of there, and I was like, well, fuck, dude.
Now you're 10
Yeah,
miles
now I'm
away.
stuck here.
You
And my
call that
dog's
guy-
at home.
You call the weirdo.
I thought about it. I was like, dude, we should have got that weirdo's number. So I was like, no, I was like, I had somebody go
I like how he's just become the weirdo.
yeah, the weirdo, the good Christian
This
guy.
nice man
Yeah,
who
this-
helped you out in time
this-
of need.
Actually, living the Good Samaritan, like
Yeah.
living that Bible
Doing it.
trope.
Doing the thing.
Yeah, it's crazy that people will pick you up in the snow, because I was walking to my parents' house because it was like closer to my buddies, and a guy pulled over and was like, "You need a ride?" And at this point, I was like, "Yeah." And then your guard's down. But this is how weird this was. Guy lets me in his car. We drive, and he goes, "I have to make a stop," and then he just pulls over at a house, gets out, and goes inside. And I'm just sitting in this truck. Now, first thing I thought was, this guy doesn't know me, and this is a nice truck. I could just hop right in the driver's seat and just be gone. Then I was sitting there and I'm like, well, I would never do that. Maybe he got the vibe from me. He's like, this
Yeah.
guy would never. So then I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, what if he's in there like killing somebody?
Yeah. This truck might be stolen.
Yeah, he might be going in there
Like
and
he's
fucking.
he's not coming back. You're
No.
just gonna be sitting in the passenger seat and a bunch of cops roll
That's
up.
what I was thinking. Just like a helicopter comes over. He's in there kidnapping his children. Just they're like, how do you know him? You're like, I swear to God, he just pulled over and I got in the car. What is this, 1972 bullshit,
Did you
bro?
know hitchhiking's illegal?
Yeah, get the fuck out of the vehicle. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Oh,
They'd
that'd be
come
a
up
tough
on like
day.
4-wheelers because it's snowing.
Man,
Like
snow is I don't know. It's not as bad as you think it's gonna be. Like, just drive careful. You know?
I think it's
And
because
if
down
you're-
here it ices. So you get because it's like wet and then it freezes. So I think it's all the ice. It's not a good.
Yeah, that's
and we
true.
don't have the Department of Transportation because when we used to
Yeah.
travel in West Virginia,
Well,
it was different.
back then they didn't even have plows or salt trucks.
No, they were just gambling.
Like they literally just didn't have them. They did not exist in the state.
Yeah, they kept telling meteorologists like, "You better shut your mouth." How about that?
It's global warming, you loser. I thought you were the scientist.
Yeah. So hopefully it doesn't snow. That would be a nightmare.
Yeah. We'll see. Here's the thing is I can probably work in that temperature, but the people I'm going to be working with probably can't. So I'm just going to wait for them to call me.
Yeah. I can do cold. I can't do like that NFL playoff game where they were literally taking water out of the refrigerator and then it was freezing. I'm like, dude. And
it was against Florida, just screwed.
Yeah, they should have just
their
quit.
Hawaiian quarterback.
Yeah, the wide receiver just posted in Cancun. He was like, "Bro, I lost and got sent to Cancun. Like, fuck that. I would go to Cancun after being in that kind of weather.
Oh yeah,
No way.
that's what we.
But see, I understand the players, right? They have heated helmets. They have all this like technology. They're running around, adrenaline. They're shooting steroids, whatever they're doing. You know.
Yeah.
What about the fucking guys in the
yeah.
stands? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah, I told you
Or the guy holding the thing?
I've been to Lambeau one time.
Really? I didn't know that.
I went it was 2017 when the Packers played the Giants in the playoffs.
What? You went to a playoff game in Lambeau? Damn, dude.
It was.
Who'd you go with?
My dad. My dad
That's
brought me. Yeah,
fucking awesome.
it was great.
What a good time with your dad.
It was great.
Oh, bro, did y'all win?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It was so there was actually the next year there was like a commercial that played over and over again from the game. It's like a big highlight. It was like an Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary pass.
Fuck that.
That went over the heads of like the whole group and like Randall Cobb was just standing like barely in the end zone, like heels right up against the back.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we were in the corner of the field, like I think like 15, 20 rows back.
That's
from
awesome.
that. It was pretty cool.
Man, people don't understand like the energy
But it was
that's in
also
that stadium.
it was also I think 10 degrees.
Holy shit. Was it snowing or just 10 degrees?
I think it had snowed a little bit earlier in the day, but it wasn't like a snow game.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But man, it was cold because Lambeau, I mean, it's still bench seats.
And you got that wind coming down in there, touching your soul, dude.
Like the only warmth really is from just all the people packed in there. That's really all the warmth you got. That and your jacket.
So when I saw a playoff game with my dad, we had season tickets to the Falcons, and it was one of the first years the Falcons, it was Jamal Anderson, and we beat San Francisco to go to the Super Bowl. So it was in our end zone, same thing, we're like 15, 20 rows up. Jamal Anderson, it's a famous poster, but he dove into the end zone and hit the pylon, and it's like this famous poster, but that was our end zone. Dude.
Whoa.
And the Falcons fucking sucked.
That's
so
the
every
best.
game we went to for years was dismal. And then when we were in the playoffs, my dad before every playoff game would be like, all right, dude, we usually blow it. So I don't want you to fucking get your hopes up. It might be a long walk to the car. That's what he'd always say. It might be a long walk to the car. And then, dude, they always play that song at the Falcons game. That
Yeah,
bro, I'll never forget
they
that.
play that everywhere.
I didn't know if they did. I got smashed with a beer because somebody just threw a beer up in the air. So I was just like a kid, didn't give a fuck. My dad picked me up.
Yeah,
It was just
that's
just
awesome.
complete. And then the other time that I know is Michael Vick broke a fourth down scramble. And they said that it was louder than a jet engine in the Georgia Dome because the decimals. Because when he broke this tackle, everybody was
Decibels.
like, and Michael Vick was the best to watch live, dude.
Yeah,
He was the
so I have seen very little live football. I've actually
seeing
watched
Aaron Rodgers win in Lambeau in the playoffs is
pretty big.
Yeah, that's a pretty big one.
What I have seen has been good.
Yeah, that's awesome. We should go to some football.
I saw more basketball growing up, which is a sport I never really grew to like watching. outside of live. Like anything's fun live.
Yeah.
But that was just because the Timberwolves were so bad.
Well, you're
like
so
if you asked around, you could get free tickets for Timberwolves games.
That's how the Falcons
anywhere.
were. The Falcons were so cheap.
Yeah.
So cheap. Dude, the best was we had hecklers.
Well, here's the thing. Now, have you paid attention to basketball at all?
Mm-mm. It's like a club. They're playing music. They got DJs. What? The
The standings,
Timberwolves are killing it?
buddy.
Oh, all
The
right.
Timberwolves are crushing
Doing it. Hey, we'll go to a game if
First
they come
time
to
I
Atlanta.
ever seen.
Let's go to a basketball
Oh,
game.
that would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be. I might be able to. I might be able to get us tickets.
yeah. I've seen I went and saw the Hawks a while
I might
back.
be able to get us tickets at Phillips Arena.
That would be pretty sick.
Yeah,
The Bucks are good. The Midwest is good right now at basketball.
nice. Yeah, I don't really. I do like going to basketball though because it's so close.
It's fun to watch.
It's a good edible game. To eat an edible and go to basketball, it's good.
I love baseball. Baseball is always
God,
fun.
Yes.
Just because it's so long. It's like it really is like this is a day.
Yeah. I ate mushrooms at the last baseball game I went to, and we just got the standing room only tickets. Ate a little bit, like a gram. Went, dude.
I didn't know
perfect.
that they did standing room only.
So
there.
what they do at the Braves game is you get like $7 tickets, standing room only. There's places you can go and stand and put your beer down. They also have a bar in center field that you can go stand
no,
at.
I've been to the Braves
Well,
stadium.
then they don't give a fuck. They just let you
Yeah.
go sit wherever. They don't check
wherever
seats.
there's not.
Yeah.
That's
So we
great.
just moved around because, like, you know, when you're sitting there and you're on mushrooms, it's fun to just move around
Like,
the
let's
stadium.
move a little.
And it was like nice because the weather was perfect. They had a sunset. It was great. I was like, dude, this
Yeah.
is because it takes forever. So like a gram of mushrooms is a good
Yeah.
for the whole. It just keeps getting better. And then you have a nice cold beer.
Yeah. I went to
Watch people eat a hot dog. Like, no fucking way, dude. No way.
You paid for that?
I can't eat when I'm dripping, much less a hot.
No, not a hot dog.
Hot
Maybe
diggity,
like
dude.
like a little bit of popcorn, maybe like bunch of couple
Peanuts.
Peanuts
Peanuts
yeah.
with beer? Yeah, not a hot diggity, dude. Somebody's throwing maybe a chickie sandwich
Bro.
from Chick-fil-A, dude.
Bro.
Maybe.
You know, it'd be a big problem is
Chicken sandwich,
get you some chos,
What is that?
get some nachos, dude.
Oh my god, that
Just
fake
dripping
yellow-
plastic
that-
cheese.
That, fake yellow cheese. That cheese is the consistency of plastic in the microwave.
Yeah.
But God, it is like Doritos. It's hitting chemically something
Yeah.
up here.
There's
that's like-
something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that. I did that at a concert one time. I got wasted at a Dave Matthews concert and tried to eat some fucking nachos and proceeded to just get covered in them to the point to where the girl I was with had to buy me a shirt. So then I was that
no.
dweeb walking around with a Dave Matthews shirt on
A
at
fresh-
the Dave Matthews.
It
Yeah,
still
with-
got creases in it.
smelled like a box. Walking around smelling like a hamster cage.
Not the box people respect you for smelling like.
Yeah. She was like, she looked over at me and was like, holy shit, dude. Had to get another shirt.
Man, yeah.
I still have that shirt. I still have it, dude. And I tripping bellies.
just nachoed out.
At Lakewood. Sitting on that big
man.
ass hill. Lakewood's got this hill, right? And it's like in the lawn. And so it's so steep. And every show I have ever been to at Lakewood, you can just sit there. And if you stand there for 10 minutes, you'll watch somebody go down. Somebody goes down that hill. One
Holding
time,
beers, holding nachos.
we knew
holding-
this chick. She was so hot. And she was walking at the concert. And we're like, oh, my God, there's, Kaylee. She's walking down the thing. And, dude, she fucking busted her ass because she hit, I guess somebody spilled some nachos. She hit some
Oh no, dude! That's
she hit
that's
some
the
nacho
banana
cheese.
peel of concerts.
It looked like a Mario Kart, bro. She spun out on that banana peel and she rolled down the hill. Like she literally she gets out.
You're
she's
watching
like,
her head whip around.
She like fixes herself. And then she walks up and we're all laughing and she's like, what's so funny? She thought we didn't see her. We're like, bitch, don't you come over here and act like you didn't just tumble down the hill. Like you still got grass in your hair. Like you got to at least acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Anytime I've ever fallen, I'm laughing so hard. I've
Yeah.
definitely tumbled at a couple of concerts.
I mean, it's gonna happen.
When I was 21 and tumbled at the Tabernacle. and I fucking went down face first. Just went down these stairs. But I was trying to hold my beer up, and when I hit the floor, I like spilled a little bit of beer, and these police were just staring at me, like 4 police officers. And I got up, and my initial reaction, because I was just 21, was to be like, I'm 21. And the guy's like, I don't care, dude. Are you okay? Just like, you bashed your face. I was just trying to save my beer.
Oh, and the thing is, if you save the vast majority of your beer while tumbling, then you are not drunk enough for them to mess with you.
No.
And they know that.
Yeah,
they're like, if you tumble and you save your beer, then you're not drunk enough yet.
You're not getting kicked out
Yeah.
yet.
If you spill your beer, you're out.
That's bad. Spilling your beer at a concert's terrible.
Spilling your beer in front of a cop at a concert,
It's a rough look. I did it at a Falcons game.
you just look at the guy, you're like, ooh.
I almost had to fist fight a guy at the Falcons game. So they used to have these cups. I don't know if you're familiar. They had like a magnet on the bottom.
Oh, the bottom fill?
Yeah, they filled them from the bottom.
They're not
right?
magnets. They're just little discs.
Yeah. So I'm drunk as shit at a Falcons game. So I sit back down in my seat and I look over at my dad and I go, this is weird, this little thing. Dude, I fucking poke it. Fucking 24 ounces of beer just dumps onto this guy's jacket.
Keegan, that's not a magnet.
Dude, I mean all over this guy's jacket.
Oh, buddy.
It looked like that fucking, like that ride at Six Flags, like Thunder Mountain. Like I Thunder Mountain down the back of this guy's jacket. And
it
this
goes,
guy.
that's a big hole. It goes fast.
Oh, the whole thing. I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. You push it up, and by the time you realize what's happening, it's all out.
And all he hears is just gadoosh. And it's everywhere. And he turned around, he goes, fucking for real, man? I was all drunk. I was like,
I didn't know.
the only saving grace is this dirtbag had on like a fucking new one of those starter jackets, so it was the material.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, so it kind of ran off the bat, but it was
Yeah.
a full beer, like just $18 evacuated right there out of my account. I was like, holy shit. Just the shock and
You've only done
surprise.
that once, right?
Yeah, the surprise in my face was, I think, the only thing that kept that guy from punching me. Was he turned around and was like, oh, this guy's retarded. Like, this guy.
He just did he turn around and you still had your finger in the
I was
glass?
still just like, oh. I couldn't even process what happened at the speed it happened. I was on like my 11th Bud Light. I was like, whoa. And that was the only one I got from the bottom fill. So every other one before that had been a regular.
Yeah, it was just like the giant aluminum can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
classiest
we called them the
vessel
buckets
for alcohol.
Yeah, we called it the buckets, where it's like the 48-ounce beer or whatever they give you, the bucket.
Wait, 48
No,
ounce?
it's just the big one. It's like
The-
I think 24.
The stove tops. That's what I've always
Yeah,
called those.
The bucket.
The bucket.
Yeah, where you go in through your seat and you're just like, I don't have these all the way, because they fill them up. Once you've had like 30 of them, you're like,
Yeah,
my
it's a big
cousin,
problem.
my cousin likes to stack them. So we took my cousin one time to a playoff game. It's
Oh,
like-
you're talking about the bucket is the big plastic cup.
Yeah, the big plastic.
Oh, okay.
So my cousin one time, we took him to a playoff game, and he got so hammered, but he kept stacking his beers. He wouldn't throw them away. So he's just standing there with like double fisting with like 5. Everybody's like, holy shit,
You're like,
dude.
that's too
He was so
much
drunk
beer.
that when they got a penalty and they had to back him up, and he's just sitting in the stands going, beep, beep, beep. He just like did it for far too long.
Bro, and there's a kid that's like was sitting near you guys where like he made a decision. He's like, I'm never drinking.
Yeah.
He saw that and he's like,
Trust me, I've gotten ugly at games where I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
proud of the things I've done or said, you know? But it is what it is in the heat of battle.
I've always driven to and from games, so I've never gotten that drunk.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to think back on some of the ways I behaved because my dad does not drink. So
But
there's a
that's
couple
where-
of Sundays where he saw an ugly little demon come out, crawl out from under the chair. Just like, "Ah, fuck you guys. Fuck New Orleans. The whole city smells like piss.
Yeah. Just getting mad at cities.
Oh, yeah.
Mad at cities
Saying
because of the
things you
group
shouldn't
of
say,
people from
yeah.
other places they've selected.
Yeah, New Orleans is a rough one. That's our rival for the Falcons
yeah.
forever, and they are trash. I didn't go to that city for a long time because of how much I hated that team.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I've still
Little
never
John's
been
from New
I've still
Orleans.
never been there.
Lil Jon's from Louisiana.
Really?
Yeah. So it's always been a heated rivalry. And
Damn, I didn't know he was that stupid.
no, it's always been a heated rivalry. So, yeah. Dude, we were so bad that they used to do they called it the toilet bowl. And literally the Saints fans wore bags on their head. And like we were the two worst teams in the NFL when we played the toilet bowl. Like that's when you really care about a team, when you're showing up for that miserable.
Yup.
You know,
I mean-
like why would you subject yourself to that?
And really, Atlanta is such a scarred sports fan base. It's since that Super Bowl,
Yeah,
really.
that Super Bowl
That
took it
Super
out of me.
Bowl really.
That was the last I think I cared.
It changed the mentality of a city.
That was almost as bad as so the Super Bowl used to fall on my birthday. So my birthday is January 26th. So when I was growing up, I used to have Super Bowl parties.
Oh,
And I'd have like a Super Bowl cake and we
That's
watched.
fun.
And the year that Jamal Anderson dove into the end zone, I don't know what year it was, but whatever birthday that was, the Falcons were in the Super Bowl on my birthday. It was dope. But they
And-
lost. But I was like, I don't even think I could have handled it if they won the Super Bowl on my. I would have just like
you just
headbutted
shit
the
your
cake.
pants.
Just have a candle in my eye. Just
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Wait, but okay.
And now they moved the Super Bowl back to
Yeah,
February.
where were you the year that that the event happened?
Savannah, drunk, passing out, sloppy.
Yeah. Did you watch? So you like watched? Like, did you?
Yeah, I watched it fall
so,
away
like-
from us and then proceeded to be like, here we fucking
Yeah.
go.
You were like fun drinking for the first half, and then it became
And then
real
it got
sad real
ugly.
quick.
Yeah, it got ugly.
I think that's why it fucked so many people up, because they were very drunk.
I was
and
on
impressionable,
Wilmington Island in a really nice house.
and it's like
And it
nothing
was
could
just,
save your mood.
no, it was just a
Nothing.
bunch of miserable people afterwards. Just God damn it. No, the best I think was when Georgia won, and it was on New Year's Eve, and it was at 12 o'clock. They kicked the field goal and won. That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I can't remember if I did it on this podcast.
What?
The year that the Broncos got crushed in the Super Bowl, where the first snap got hiked over Peyton Manning's
Uh-huh.
head. I was watching that in El Paso at a Broncos fan's house,
Yeah.
and man,
Yeah.
he started getting upset pretty quick, and it didn't
Yeah.
get better in that
Yeah.
game.
Nope. Dude, I went to a.
Bro, it was his house. His children were there.
Yeah, you're like, dude, your kids are freaking. You need
This
to chill.
is- this
hey,
is crazy.
hey,
Also,
I'll
he-
give you 2 more, but you got to quit saying that word.
Also, also when the game started, he's like, 4 hours into a 9-hour smoke, like of ribs. So he's got to like go out and check the ribs, and he's just furious,
Yeah, that's where you let it out. You go out in the backyard and
You-
scream.
mad at ribs, screaming to the
Dude,
smoker.
I went one time. All right, so in Savannah, they used to have a Packers bar called JJ Boner's. It's not there anymore.
Aw,
They used to. It was the funnest bar ever.
I'd go
dude.
in there. You saw what the Packers did.
Bro.
Did you see
was-
it?
Yeah. So much fun. So they had a shot ski where it was like a ski. And it
Oh,
had-
I know a
so
shot ski.
skis. Every time the Packers
I'm
would
surprised
score,
you know about a shot ski.
They would bring out Jello shots, green and yellow Jello shots. Everybody's in there. They had a DJ that played only Packers songs in between on the commercials.
Packers are the best.
Just fucking the rowdiest bar, right?
Dude, the Packers.
So
it's such a
I
fun
go in
time.
there on the playoff game because my buddy's a Packers fan. I'm decked out in my Falcons stuff. The Falcons start spanking that ass. Dude, you want to talk about a vibe shift? Dude, immediately I was the only person in there with the Falcons thing, and it was like not cute anymore.
No.
Like literally a guy came up and was like, "Hey, I just paid your fucking tab. Get out of here." I was like, "God damn."
We're
And my buddy was looking at me like, "I can't help you at this point."
I'll admit we're a spoiled fan base, because we've had one of the top quarterbacks
Yeah.
in the league for my entire life.
Yeah.
And here's the weird thing: Jordan Love, a little slow start, but he's looking pretty good right now.
Nice.
We might go if we have 3-star quarterbacks
what?
in a row. I mean, then God just loves the Packers, and I believe
Yeah.
that in my heart.
I believe that too. You know what else is crazy? So I grew up with a dude. His name was Dylan, and his dad used to get so mad at football. But now that I'm thinking about it, he was a Packers fan, and he had styrofoam blocks that he would throw at the TV because he had broken so many remotes. Yeah. So many remotes, and his wife was finally like, "Quit breaking the goddamn remote."
Yeah, when it doesn't go our way, we get real sad
so
because we've been
he had-
so good for so long. We haven't dealt with loss that much.
It's just funny. I remember being a kid and just watching him throw like styrofoam.
It's smart. It's smart.
That's awesome. It's crazy how passionate people get.
I can't really watch football. Like I'm gonna watch some of these playoff games here now, but I can't really watch because I'll start to care, and when I start to care, I don't like the person that I become.
Nice. At least you see that in yourself.
Yep. I don't.
That's why I don't do fantasy football.
Oh,
I
that's
literally
a big problem.
was ruining my Sunday every Sunday, and I was like,
You're just
"Why
sitting
did
on
I
the
sign
couch
up for this?"
I paid for this.
I sat at a Taco Mac one time. It was just sitting at a Taco Mac and was just so angry, just like, "Fuck!" It's like,
Bro.
just so angry. And I
You're
saw,
just beat red in a Taco Mac.
yeah, I
at
saw
the bar alone.
I saw a third
You have
person
a glass with your
perspective
name on it.
of me and my Brew University
Yeah.
fucking shit in front of me. I'm just visibly upset, and some 22-year-old waitress is like, "Dude, he's been here for 3 hours." And you see that, and you're like, "That's an ugly. I don't want to be this person."
I don't know when mine was exactly, but it definitely had to do with playing fantasy football, where I was like, I don't like the person I
hated
am when I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
and then it's like I'm doing homework and I'm like
Yeah.
studying all week. I'm like,
Yeah.
this, for what?
I don't even like sports that
Yeah.
much,
Yeah.
but I was studying sports. I was like, I stopped listening to podcasts because I had to watch like the fantasy rap thing,
Yeah.
the ESPN.
I'm watching
thing.
Red Zone.
'Cause you're like,
what
oh,
am
I have to
doing?
watch this.
Dude, before we get out of here, we did fantasy in Savannah one time, right? So I joined this league. These guys were so serious. So this is how they chose it. This is how they chose who got to go where in the deciding.
Yeah, the draft.
They had a dildo race. So it was like a
I'm
$20.
gonna need an explanation.
All right. So it was a $20 cutoff, right? So you could only spend $20 or like $10, whatever it was. And they built a racetrack that had these little bumpers. And you got to take your dildo, your little vibrator, and you raced them in this bar. And you turn it on, and you would race them down.
Oh man.
So, dude, they were at this bar doing it. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Just like people that weren't involved were at the
Screaming
bar,
about
just
it.
like, what in the fuck is
Bro,
that?
I would be taking bets.
It was so much fun. So that's how they decided the order. So then we get to the house, and they had this giant board, like the league, like up in the living
Yeah.
room. And there's just this like super hot chick there. And I'm like, hi. She's like, hi. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like,
They
oh,
just
I'm working.
like hired a lady.
They hired a lady that we had people making drinks.
What a weird
And then they
thing to
hired
do.
this because you're doing all the stuff and everybody's going and you get put on the clock, and she puts the names up on this board so that you have a giant board
Yeah.
so you can see. Dude, it was crazy.
I get it, but like
And she was getting beers.
hire a lady to come and watch me and all my friends get hyper emotional about stuff.
Yeah. And she was super hot.
Crazy.
Nice to look at.
Crazy.
Grabbing drinks.
Nah, dude, you
She
want to
was
hire
hilarious.
you want to hire a nerd where when you're about to put a bad
Yeah,
pick
I
in,
need a
he looks
statistics guy.
looks at you like, "Really?" And
I
then
need
you're
to
like,
be like-
"No, let me think a little more."
You're like, dude, I need you to crunch some numbers. No, it was funny. That was the time that like we ate mushrooms and you saw the shift where everybody's like, you're on the clock. Like, I don't care.
You're like, there's nothing that is less important than
Auto
this right
pick.
now.
Auto pick. Auto pick.
Bro, there's always one guy who's like doesn't show up and ends up getting auto drafted on everything,
Yeah,
and he
and
has
then-
like 4 kickers.
Yeah. And then they end up winning.
His
Like,
first
God damn
his
it.
first week is just trying to trade away kickers.
I'm having PTSD just talking about it. I
Yeah.
hate fantasy
It's-
football. It's not fun. I would have to do it to get, but that was like and I was like last in that league. Every single person I drafted got hurt.
I
It
did.
was the kiss of death.
I
I felt
did
bad
bad.
drafting people.
I think I got like 4th or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I used to be into esports to the point that I one year played in
Wait, what is that?
video games.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard of League of Legends?
Yeah.
I used to watch the pros to the point that I played a year of fantasy.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
That kind of nerd shit.
Damn. I had a buddy that was a professional in World of Warcraft.
How do you even do? How do you do that?
I don't know. He just played it nonstop and just was like sponsored and like went to all that shit.
I don't even. So do you just go like battle some other dude?
I have no idea, but he said he played it so much that it was bleeding into his real life. And he's like, dude, I had to quit playing it. He's like,
Yeah,
because you're spending so much time in front of a screen. Like
it's
just
too much.
Too much.
Have you seen? It might be made up, but something I've seen on like the reels that's come up is apparently some of these streamer kids are having indents in their head
No.
from wearing headphones for
Dude,
like
no
14
way.
hours a day.
Hey, no
for like
way.
5-6 years.
I know. I asked one of the dudes that was new at the place I work, and he's like, I was like, so you game? And he's like, yeah. How you know? And I was like, dude, you got a fucking headphone in. Like,
Did he really?
yes. Where you could tell he'd been playing all day, and then was like, gotta go to work.
Oh, on his hair.
Yeah, on his hair.
No,
not in his
no,
head.
this is people
I know.
shaving
Then
their head. Have
I
you
was like,
seen
that's
this?
That's the
It's
next
terrifying.
level. That's the next level. That's
I'm
what
like-
happens when you give a look.
It makes me not want to podcast too much.
I think you have to do a lot more.
Yeah, I would have
headphone
to.
wearing.
That's true.
Well, I wonder if Bluetooth's gonna fuck us up with headphones, like in 20 years.
Oh, it will.
Yeah,
That's how everything is.
yeah.
That's how everything always has been. There's modern miracles, and they're killing you in some way.
I think Bluetooth might be the new cigarettes. And we just
Wi-Fi?
have- Yeah,
What if it's Wi-Fi? That
Dude.
would be bad. What if
Oh. they're
Wh-
like, holy shit, guys! Actually,
What if just like once you hit like I don't know 50 years of Wi-Fi exposure, you just die? Like it just turns you off. Like you can every human can handle exactly 50 years of Wi-Fi exposure.
yeah, they just turn you off and turn you back on again. Just
And then everybody dies, and the Amish are like, "What the fuck, dude?"
told ya. Dude, the older I get, the more I'm like, I could be Amish without all the religious shit. I think it's just being a farmer. I guess.
No, you just got like homestead.
yeah, that's what I guess.
You
But
just
that
like get property and put like a structure that you can live in on there.
Yeah.
And
Oregon
get,
Trail
get some
style.
aminals
yeah, Oregon Trail.
and just hang out with your aminals all day.
Dude,
Because
that
that's
would
what
be
you're doing.
awesome.
If you
Or
are
go off the farm to do comedy.
if you're caring for enough like animals and like vegetables and all that stuff to keep you and maybe a couple people alive that you're
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
because you need a couple, otherwise you're gonna start sending some packages.
Yeah, you start spending some
Yeah.
lonely time out
Yeah,
in
you
the cabin.
can't-
Like you start
Few mo-
writing
yeah.
some manifestos.
few months deep, it
Yeah, I
gets a
start
little
scribbling
dark.
down my thoughts.
You run out of ink. You start using the duck blood.
I start mailing them to prominent people. This is a slippery slope.
Yeah. So you and your few people, like, you're spending all of your time taking care of those animals and
Yeah,
plants.
yeah.
Like, that's your job now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an easier life. It's not like you're sitting around hanging out. It's like you're working. You're just doing different shit.
I think it helps too with like intrusive thoughts because you're like, oh, I want to kill myself. Well, I mean, my donkey
I'm
needs
pretty
hay.
big. Yeah.
Like,
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to all these chickens if I die?
yeah, dude, my dog's gonna be bummed. I would have a lot of animals. I would have a lot of dogs, tons
Yeah.
of dogs.
Get a herd of
Yeah,
dogs.
it's just a fucking. They're like, I live on a dog farm.
And here's the thing: if shit really goes sideways, you can eat a couple dogs, man.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, an army of dogs. If you have like, I'm thinking like
I mean, I would eat the chickens
like
first.
60,
I mean,
70 dogs, dude. You have 60, 70 dogs that you can command,
Yeah, Caesar Milan it.
bro. You don't even have to. Keegan, you don't even have to buy land. You can just conquer land.
Yeah, you just take over land with goats and dogs.
Yeah, you can just like roll up on a farmer's like rural like corner, and when that guy finds out that you're there like a week in, he rolls up with his shotgun in his truck, and you just have 85 dogs that just surround him immediately. And I'm like, are you sure that you need this corner of
It's
land?
like the hyena scene from
You're like-
Lion King.
You're like, look, do you really need, you have 300 acres. Do you need this last 5?
Yeah.
I think you can spare 5.
Like, these dogs are a problem. Do I own them? Absolutely not. Do they listen to me? Yes, they do.
Sometimes.
I'm as scared of them as
No,
you are.
you-
Me.
You just train them real good, and then you can be like, here's the thing. Give me some land. My dogs will take care of your farm.
Yeah.
Just be like, no coyotes, nothing, dude. You have a roaming
that's why you
patrol
get a-
of dogs.
Yeah, that's why you get a donkey too. So if you have chickens, donkeys inherently hate coyotes. Like donkeys, they will stomp a
lot of
coyote
animals do,
flat.
yeah.
So Little John had donkeys behind him, and he said you could hear the coyotes at night like yipping, and the donkeys would just be sitting in their like little enclosure,
Just
like,
wait and just
"Fuck
like
off." Just fucking pissed, dude.
just mad.
Just like, come on. Come in here. Come in the ring, dude. Come in the ring and get the fucking people's elbow. Because they just stomp them. And, like, you'll wake up in the morning and they will literally stomp them flat because they don't stop.
Just
They're just
like-
out there just like, motherfucker.
Just like the energy of a dude with a Gadsden flag on the behind
Yeah.
him, just cleaning his gun. Just like, I wish somebody would break in
Yeah,
this
doggy's like,
motherfucker.
Don't tread on me.
I'm gonna tread on you.
Yeah, it's just that's what we need. Tread on you flags with just a donkey stomping a dog.
Yeah.
No. And then donkeys can't move by themselves.
So you get a
So
donkey.
you have chickens, a donkey, and then you got to get baby goats or another donkey.
Goats are fun.
Yeah, goats are fun. They climb all over him.
Yup.
Now he's got friends.
Yup.
And then just start feeding cats. Now you have no snakes, no rats.
Yeah. Pest
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, and I just, then I have to come to do comedy and be around people because that's how you keep from getting too weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, we could like podcast and then just like send out the guy, like our houseboy Jedediah. Just be like, once a week, you go to Civilization and drop off this flash drive with our latest episode. Right? We could do
No,
that.
dude, we
Keegan,
can Mike Tyson it and send it with a pigeon.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. If we're going to Mike Tyson, let's full Mike Tyson get a tiger.
I was thinking toad venom.
Toad venom.
That's what he's doing now, dude. He's doing that
Yeah.
toad venom.
Bro, you just every message is on a piece of paper soaked in toad venom.
Have you, like, people talk about that and they're like, you legitimately die. And then you come back, you're like,
I have not.
I got stuff to do.
experienced that. Yeah.
Like, I can't be dying on a Tuesday. Then showing up to wait tables,
yeah, I gotta go wait tables after.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a heroic dimethyltryptamine
That's how
experience.
That's how you go to hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna die and then show back up to the fucking TGI Fridays and bartend a Monday shift. That's how you kill yourself, dude.
Yeah.
that's how you
Twice
slow-
in one day.
Yeah. Well, I think we did it.
57.
Nice. We did do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have the tie-dye T-shirts are coming in. They're going to be at the live show. So we're
Go
at
to
the
the
live
live
show.
Corey,
shout
I know
out
you're
to
gonna want
Laura.
one.
Laura did some hand-done tie-dyes. Each one is going to be different. So she sent me a bunch of different pictures. We're going to have swirl. We're going to have
How
like
many
this
are
like,
there?
spine. I don't know. She took a couple. She wanted to just try different things. So she's trying all different colors. She's excited because she's getting to use like different colors and patterns and stuff that she hasn't done before. Because I told her, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Because even if we have like a mess up one, we'll just sell that one for cheap. And just be like, this is
Sure.
the one that has like a,
For some reason, it came out looking like a dick.
yeah, this one looks like a big hard boner with a fucking cum drop across the back
Just
of it.
one cum drip.
Just uno cum drip. Look out for the promo. If you see the promo, guys, if you are listening, share it. It really helps us out. So share it on your Instagram. Let's get some views. Let's get some people out to the alley stage. Shout out to Colt from the alley stage. Holy shit. Letting us go in there and
Yeah.
shoot the promo. How fucking cool was that?
Yeah.
And not only that, like, ended up having to be the lighting director too.
Yeah, he was like running lights.
Yeah,
for
all of
us.
a sudden Max had him working. It was awesome. It was good to see everybody in their professional setting because you could tell Colt is theater trained.
Except us. We were just around.
Yeah, I think
mostly.
us just being stoned, coming up with ideas, is us in our our creative setting.
Just sitting there, just like, you want us to just sit on stage in this empty room and talk to each other?
Cool.
It's enough of a stretch that we do this with people around.
yeah. You're like, no, I honestly can't hear what you're saying over the crippling anxiety and the loud inner monologue that's screaming, I'm completely fucking this up. Could you say that again?
Yep. That was me the entire time.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in. Tell somebody to check out the podcast. Please like each episode. Go and throw a comment. We love y'all so much. Thank you.